In a quiet village nestled between a sleepy mountain and a murmuring river, there lived a man named Ezra. He wasn't known for his wealth, nor his power, nor any worldly possession, but people from distant lands would travel for days just to speak with him, because Ezra had something they all longed for: peace. No matter what storms brewed in the world, Ezra remained calm, a walking island of tranquility in a sea of chaos. Children would gather around him to hear tales under the banyan tree. Farmers would ask for advice during droughts, and grieving widows would sit silently beside him, somehow living with lighter hearts. One day, a weary traveler named Kael arrived. His eyes were sunken from sleepless nights, his clothes tattered by a long, restless journey. But more than anything, it was a turmoil in his heart that weighed him down. "I have heard," Kael said, his voice shaking, "that you have something called the Cloak of Serenity. I need it. My life is falling apart. My wife left me. I have lost my job. I wake every morning with fear and sleep with regret. Please, lend me your cloak." Ezra looked at him with gentle eyes. "I'll give it to you," he said, "but only if you agree to one thing." "Anything," Kael pleaded. "You must wear it for 7 days, and during those days, no matter what happens, you must not speak ill, not react in anger, not judge, not compare, and not complain. Just observe, just breathe." Kael agreed. Ezra reached into a small wooden chest and pulled out a simple gray cloak. There was nothing extraordinary about it. No gold thread, no embroidery, but it felt still. When Kael dropped it over his shoulders, the world seemed to soften. On the first day, Kael was mocked by a group of boys in the market for his rugged appearance. His blood boiled, but remembering the promise, he said nothing. Instead, he observed them and saw fear in their laughter, perhaps a reflection of their own pain. On the second day, he spilled tea on a stranger's robe. The man shouted. Kael bowed gently and said, "I'm sorry." The man blinked, surprised, and walked away silently. By the fourth day, Kael began to notice things he had never seen before. The sparkle of dew on a blade of grass, the laughter of a child playing with a stick, the calm rhythm of his own breath. On the seventh day, he returned to Ezra. "I don't understand," Kael said. "This cloak, it's just fabric, but somehow I feel like I have let go of something heavy I was carrying for years." Ezra smiled. "The cloak was never magical. What changed was your awareness. You slowed down. You stopped reacting and started reflecting. You gave up control and found peace." Kael was silent. The wind rustled through the trees like a whispered secret. "You see," Ezra continued, "serenity isn't something you wear. It's something you practice." Kael nodded. For the first time in years, he smiled without pretending. He folded the cloak and handed it back. But Ezra shook his head. Keep it, not to wear, but to remind you the cloak of serenity lives within you now. And with that, Kael walked away, lighter, clearer, and finally at peace